Harrowing image of teacher hooked up to wires and fighting for life in hospital after she was paralyzed by jealous boyfriend who broke her neck as she tried to leave him. Hooked up to a variety of wires, tubes, and machines. This is Trudi Burgess in hospital after being paralyzed by her boyfriend in a brutal attack. The harrowing image, released by her family, was taken as doctors battled to save her life. The 57-year-old former teacher underwent 9 hours of surgery to pin her spine after Robert Easom, 56, flew into a rage and broke her neck when she threatened to leave him after years of domestic abuse. She spent 3 months in intensive care, and doctors at the Royal Preston Hospital feared she may never breathe unaided. But since then she has made remarkable progress, and in the coming months is preparing to leave the spinal injuries unit, where she has been undergoing intense rehabilitation. Ms. Burgess's family are now fundraising via an online GoFundMe page to pay for her ongoing care. Her son, Jackson, said, "Our goal is to make sure the rest of her life is as safe, dignified, and stable as possible. When she leaves hospital, she will need a fully accessible home, specialist equipment, a powered wheelchair, a wheelchair-accessible vehicle, ongoing physiotherapy and occupational therapy, and 24-hour care for the rest of her life. She'll need help with every part of daily living, getting out of bed, washing, dressing, eating, and moving safely. We're hugely grateful that we still have our mom. We just want to make the rest of her life as comfortable, safe, and connected as possible." So far, more than 22,000 pounds have been donated in less than 24 hours. Yesterday, Easom, a landscape gardener, was convicted of deliberately breaking Ms. Burgess's neck at Preston Crown Court. A jury took just 27 minutes to find him guilty of grievous bodily harm with intent. He previously pleaded guilty to 2 counts of assault and controlling and coercive behavior. He is facing life in jail when he is sentenced in February. Ms. Burgess described her injuries when her video-recorded evidence was played to the jury during the 4-day trial last week. "I feel nothing from my chest down," she said. "I have neuropathic pain, which makes me feel like I cannot breathe." She described her legs as being like a cold cement slab, pulling her down, and her body feeling like it is being constrained by a suit of armor 2 sizes too small. "I can feel my neck, and my arms are paralyzed in part, but I can move them, and I've been working hard at that," she added. "My hands, unfortunately, are pretty much numb, and I don't have finger flexion, so I can't pick anything up or move them or hold anything or do anything with them." Despite her terrible situation, Ms. Burgess insisted she still had hope for the future. "You've got to hold on to the hope, because he's basically taken away every pleasure that I have, particularly playing with my granddaughter. I can't make cookies with her. I can't turn the pages of a book. So, obviously, I'm devastated. My life's been pretty much ruined. I'm devastated for my children." The court heard Ms. Burgess was grieving the death of her husband, Craig, from a brain tumor, and was emotionally vulnerable when she met Easom, who was her sister's gardener, in 2017. Initially, their relationship was loving and passionate, but over time, Easom became abusive, violent, and controlling. By February 17th this year, Ms. Burgess had had enough and finally plucked up the courage to leave. She stayed the night at Easom's home in Chipping, in the Ribble Valley near Chorley, and was drinking a cup of tea in bed the following morning when Easom asked her if she was making cottage pie for dinner, which was her usual Monday routine. She replied, telling him she would not be cooking for him, and the relationship was over. But Ms. McGill said Easom, who has 3 children from a previous relationship, including a son who coincidentally was paralyzed in a car accident, flew into a blind and uncontrollable rage. "He got hold of my head and pushed it with both his hands down. It felt like it just folded into my chest," a sobbing Ms. Burgess said in video evidence played to the jury. "I've never felt anything like it. I felt my neck break, and I started to feel that I was going numb. I think I screamed, but I had no voice. He just kept folding my head in and in and in. I kept thinking, he's going to stop now, and I'm going to die." He kept doing it, and all the while he was going, "Shut the F asterisk 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 up, F asterisk asterisk asterisk, ing shut up, I'll shut you up, stop talking, stop talking." I was trying to say, "You're killing me," but I couldn't speak. I thought I was about to die. Afterwards, Ms. Burgess told Easom, "Oh my God, I can't feel anything in my body. You ruined both our lives. Initially, he didn't believe she was hurt, but after she begged him to call an ambulance, he eventually dialed 999, telling the operator, "She's fallen out of bed and just landed in a bad way, really." He also lied to police, saying the couple had been involved in a play fight that went wrong. Eastham of Chipping, near Chorley, Lancashire, will be sentenced on February 27th.